Hi crafters, Louise with you today, sharing a new layout for the July Kitaholic Kits. Now I am on a bit of a cutting sort of go at the moment. I am really enjoying cutting up pattern papers, so whatever they happen to be, and in this case it's the triangles. Earlier in the month it was the fussy cutting of the stripy background, but I don't know why. I'm looking at papers and I'm letting them inspire me, and right now they're inspiring me to cut them and use them in different ways. So you can see I've picked a series of photos. I'm trying to focus more on multi-photo layouts, but I'm finding it very troublesome because I am not able to show as much of the elements within, not necessarily the kit, but the collection that I'm using or what I want to feature on the page. So even though in this case I've started with a photo in mind, I am not going to continue with that photo trail. Again, I'm letting the collection speak to me. So in this case, now that I'm playing with these triangles, I'm laying them out in the background and I'm starting to like how this is looking. I like the balance of the white space with the color as well. Once I'm happy with this and I've cut enough triangles to cover the page, I'm going to go ahead and maneuver it all around and stick everything down. Again, still you can see that I've chosen a photo, but it's not necessarily the photo that ends up on the page. So after I'm happy with the way things are looking, I'm going to go back to my photo stash and actually pull one out that will suit this layout. So you can see I've chosen a photo, and I chose it because it's got bright colors. So it's of obviously my kids at school. They got to wear their favorite color that day at school, so it was Fave Color Day. And I'm putting a little bit of gold in the background because I knew that it was going to be hard to separate the photo from this busy background that I had going on. So I needed just a little bit of something in there to help bring everything together, and the gold was what I did. Now this little device is my doily cutter, and it's I think it's Martha Stewart, and it's basically just 6x6 pattern paper, and you circle it around on the little magnets and punch each little strip out till you get the doily. It makes the most beautiful doilies. I find 6x6 is probably just a tad small. I would have really liked maybe a 7x7 or an 8x8 just to help that doily be a little bit more exposed behind the photo. You can see I cover most of it up. But I really do like that doily maker. It's great. You can make your own doilies out of whatever pattern paper you happen to be using, or white if you prefer white, or black, or really whatever you have on hand. So I'm using this sticker sheet for the first time this month because I saw it in the kit and I was like, oh, okay, I really need to use that. I need to use up letters. Later on in the month, I'm going to go through a walkthrough of all the layouts that I've created because I'm trying really hard to kill my kits. And I do a whole layout just dedicated to words and journaling, which is a great way to use up letters and tell a story as well. Now, as I'm sort of playing around with this, I think it looks good. It's not quite where I want it to be. You can see I've got that central area of interest. I've got the background, which I really love. It's at this point where I'm kind of like, okay, it wasn't working for me. So I had a bit of a play around. I explored a few different options, tried to use as much of the elements in the kit as I could. And then I settled on the punchinella. So in this case, because I had so much going on, I needed some black in there as well. I've got that little bit of black in the title. I just need a touch more black to actually bring this together. So I'm deciding that I'm going to use some torn washi and the punchinella across the bottom of the page to almost act like a border, but also give a bit of interest as well. So I'm going to do that at the top and the bottom, and I was unlucky enough to rip my washi tape, so I needed to go back to the drawing board on that one and tear another piece. But it's at this point where I'm enjoying the black that I've got going on there, the punchinella. I really like how this is looking, and I'm sort of thinking, what else? I still need something in the background. I'd already used a cut file this month, so I didn't necessarily want to use another cut file background. I wanted to show you guys something a little bit different. So I left this layout on my desk. It probably actually sat there for about a week, and I did other stuff. I didn't necessarily scrap anything. I just potted around, did some other DT work, cleaned up my desk a little bit, cleaned up my supplies, printed some photos, and came back to this layout. So when I came back to it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I wanted to add twine into the background. I love this big roll of twine because it provides such great automatic curves. I like to stick this down with my hot glue gun because I find it just adheres straight away, and I don't have to worry about it moving or waiting for the glue to dry. So the final part of this layout is to add that little bit of twine in the background. Mostly you can see I've kept the embellishing quite simple. I have basically just used those couple little crayons and let the photo and elements tell the story. So that's my completed layout for this share, and I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching.